But I got to give the drip check on this one. The drip rating, I will say, shout out to Hakiru Shida. I was getting real Ultimo Dragon vibes,
Hikaru Shida.
with the headdress, Hikaru Shida, with the headdress and all that good stuff. So for her drip, I took a lot of notes for that match. For her drip, I'm going to give her a 10, and so does Tony. They both get 10s. This is the one match where both participants can get a 10 on the drip scale. It was so much drip. It was so much slap.
Would that be drip of the night, Aaron?
That's drip of the night right there, baby. I gotta add a sound effect in here. Drip of the night.
Drip of the night.
You know what I'm saying? Watch for the shoe.
This is water droplets in the back.
So the next match, I don't know if you're prepared for the level of emotion that I felt during this match. If another match didn't happen after this, that was probably one of the greatest matches I've ever seen, and this would have been my match of the night. It's going to be Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's title. I will take the floor right off the bat and say that Toni Storm is officially my favorite wrestler. She has officially just shown me that the level that she's at right now, she deserves to be looked at, in my opinion, as one of the best wrestlers in the world. Like, her offense is so unique now, outside of just the package, outside of like the star presentation, the Marilyn Monroe-esque entrance, like outside of all that shit. She wrestles like a true throwback now. Like she hit a fucking Mongolian chop on one of her comebacks and then ended it with the wind-up punch like Jerry the King Lawler and then did a little pose in the corner. I was like, yo, this is so like some fucking Simon Gotch like carnival wrestling shit. I love it. I fucking love it, bro. It's fucking great.
I guess on Collision too, when she did the little ass spot in the corner, they like saw it coming and grayed the lights out just for her to do her finisher.
Oh my God.
Which they didn't do at Full Gear, but would have been really cool, I feel like.
Dude, it's crazy, man. Like literally I will give credit to Excalibur on this broadcast because he did an awesome job in multiple matches on this show of tying in little like psychological notes that the viewer may have missed or maybe the person on screen didn't convey the best. So when she got the paper at the beginning, it was the script of the match of like what she was supposed to do to beat Hikaru Shida. But it didn't seem like that when Luther gave it to her. Also, props to Luther. To me, he's the second best manager in AEW right now, hands down after this performance. Nana's number one.
I did not even know it was Luther until they walked out.
Yeah. Dude,
but he was in the last promo, or he was in like the last 2 or 3 promos.
He's been like in the background or whatever of the film that she's like, or like in the film.
But what really sold me on the Tony thing going into this, I was already like over the hill. Toni Storm's what I need in AEW right now. But it was just that promo that she did with what's the new lady's name that came over from Stardom.
Oh, I forget. I forget who the fuck that was.
But afterwards, after they do their little like, I'm such a big fan, and then she leaves, Tony just turns to Luther and is like, call the director, Mr. Khan, and tell him to schedule me a little tune-up before Full Gear. And I was like, this is awesome.
Nah, man, like, it's little things. Like going back to the paper at the beginning of the match, halfway through the match, she rolls through like a body slam that Shida gives her, goes into an ankle lock, and Excalibur notes like, oh, we've never seen her do that. She's going off script. And I was like, that's a great callback to the beginning of the match, Excalibur. When the fuck did you learn that? Like, I was like, that's fucking great. But, yeah, man, I loved it. Luther, like, the shoe spot where he hands her the shoe and then slides the brass knucks in the back of her tights. So she goes to hit Shida with the shoe. The ref grabs the shoe and starts to apprehend Luther. And she pulls the knucks out all at the same time and clocks Shida in the face for the near fall. That is genius level match choreography, whatever you want to call it. Like putting a match together, that's
the one thing that was kind of botched was the little metal plate.
But it still worked. It still worked because, like you said, they put the gray on her when she did her finisher, like some Goldust shit. It's a movie, so it was take 2. Like she ran forward and like forgot the plate wasn't out, runs back, poses and looks right at the camera when she ran back, and then does it again. So it almost seemed like she might have did it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like
I guess. I just thought it was silly that like Aubrey's like staring at the plate while doing the 1, 2, 3 and
Oh
not
yeah,
saying anything.
Aubrey was terrible this whole time. And then the worst part about it is, I will say that was one thing I had against it too. Is she was celebrating with the title with the plate on her ass the whole time in the ring, walking around the ring until she was walking up the fucking ramp, and like a good manager, Luther goes ho ho ho, grabs it and like puts it away for her. You know what I mean? Like it's like yeah, it was a little bit much. I will agree on that. But I give it more creative license with what she's doing, because it's almost like every time she's out there, it's supposed to be like a feature film, like a movie or something. Real Goldust vibes. Real
Goldust vibes.
The vaudevillains from NXT when they were doing their thing. Some of them mixed in there. I love it, man. She's killing it.
She's doing great. I mean, the leotard is like so good. I don't know. Yeah, the whole outfit is.
Well, I know I've been slurping Tony this whole time. Whoa, that sounded crazy. But we got to give Shida credit too, because Shida, the way she started the match, she had so much fire with those chops, and Tony's chest was already red, so she was like trying to open up that chest more. And you rarely see women get the lumps here, because there's always like some type of outfit going on or something. It was like she just showed aggression, like real aggression, and everything she did was crisp. She's just a great wrestler.
Because that's the thing you kind of notice a lot with Shida too, is like she kind of doesn't lay it in as much as other people. It's like a standard WWE punch or something that she does, where it's like very far away. But in AEW, everybody lays it in, so like you can fucking hear the thump and shit.
Yeah. You could tell that she was comfortable in there with Tony though tonight. Like she knew she could be a little bit more aggressive. Speaking of which,
she knew Ric Flair was in the back and would lose his shit or something. I don't fucking know. What was Ric Flair doing?
She was ready to slap a windmill out of her.
We skipped over Ric Flair in that Sting match with those.
Oh yeah. Oh, the spot with Christian.
Yeah.
With the chops, that was great. That was, if he's doing that, I'm here for it. I'm here for him just doing chops.
They were the slowest chops I've ever.
Now, once he started taking backdrops, high backdrops.
Oh, please don't let him take any backdrops.
But if he's gonna give chops and maybe get hit in the nuts, that's fine.
I was surprised there wasn't a Steve-O spot in that match too.
Oh shit, that's right. He was fucking ringside, and Rick Rubin was ringside too. They had some celebrities there.
Who do you want to see face Tony after this?
I would love to see Thunder Rosa come back.
I would love that too, but
right away.
I don't know if there's like any indicators of her coming back.
I don't know what the deal is, but I think that would be the perfect way to do it, is right away have Thunder Rosa come back, because that's where it left off at. Tony was the interim champion. They had beef that everybody knew about. Thunder Rosa comes back. She's not fully 100%, and that's why Tony Storm's able to beat her. And I want to say
Thunder originally got the belt from Tony, I think, too.
I'm not sure. I wasn't watching back, so I don't know. But
it was either, I think that was the case, and then Jamie Hayter might have beat. I don't know. I want Jamie Hayter to come back, and I want Jamie Hayter
needs to come back too.
Be in the championship picture.
But I think the money is on at some point Tony and Thunder Rosa at some point. Like that's what I think is should be like. Tony should be in this character. Her like the thing she should be fighting for is to legitimize her championship run by beating the woman she never beat for the titles.
That would be sick. I think it's been like so long though that like people will like even forget.
I mean, there hasn't been a lot of shit that's happened. Ric Flair's here for goddamn.
Yeah, Ric Flair is here. Edge is here now.
Yeah, Edge is here too. Goddamn. CM Punk's gone.
I mean, Thunder's been gone for like a year or something. I don't know.
Longer than that, it feels like. It feels like it's been closer to 2 years.
I don't know. It's been a while. It probably hasn't been 2 years, I don't think, but it's been a minute. I'd love to see her back. I just I would also love to see Jamie come back before that, and I'd also like to see Mercedes come in and do some shit.
Yeah. But I got to give the drip check on this one. The drip rating, I will say, shout out to Hikaru Shida. I was getting real Ultimo Dragon vibes.
Hikaru Shida.
With the headdress, Hikaru Shida, with the headdress and all that good stuff. So for her drip, I took a lot of notes for that match. Wow. Yeah, for her drip, I'm going to give her a 10, and so does Tony. They both get 10s. This is the one match where both participants can get a 10 on the drip scale. It was so much drip. It was so much slap.
Would that be drip of the night, Aaron?
That's drip of the night right there, baby. I got to add a sound effect in here. Drip of the night, man.
Drip of the night.
You know what I'm saying? Watch for the shoe.
Just water droplets in the
off.
back.
It was great.
It was a great match. And we'll talk about it. I just liked that match. Felt like I knew Tony was going to win going into it. Like Tony needed to win that.
Yeah.
And then the Statlander match I liked a little more because of the implication of like what's to follow.
Ooh, we'll get to that.
And we'll get to that
because I thought that this match was way better than that match. But anyway.
Yes, indeed, brothers and sisters. If you enjoyed this clip from the podcast, be sure to get funky like a monkey, baby, and click the link in the description below for the full episode. Available now, baby, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your podcast at. Oh, it's on like King Kong.